Let's go back to the beginning, and I'm curious. So when you first learned that you were an entrepreneur, or really just how did you get into this path that we're now here?
Yeah, how much time do you have? It's a long story. I'm usually a fast storyteller, but this story actually starts when I was
Let's hear it.
11. So my first business, and I guess I started becoming an entrepreneur when I was about 11. I don't think I knew what the word entrepreneur meant, and I don't think I thought of myself as an entrepreneur creating businesses. But what really happened was Nintendo 64 was a really popular gaming system. All my friends played it. I played it a lot, and I was really good. And so what I started figuring out was that I could help my friends be better, beat levels that they couldn't beat. And so I started writing guides, these text guides of how you get all the stars in Mario 64.
Seriously?
And I would take them to school and I would sell them for $3.
Just in little books, or
It was just the type of paper your teachers give you as a kid.
That's
I don't know,
awesome.
lined paper, I guess.
That's awesome.
And so I did it once, photocopied it, and my next door neighbor and I, we went to different schools. We both sold them at our schools. We made $60 in the first week. We thought it was kind of cool. $60, even for an 11-year-old, wasn't a ton of money. We couldn't do much with it. So we thought, well, how could we get this to more kids in more schools? I mean, that's how our brains work. Worked at our school.
How do we scale this?
Yeah, I guess, how do we scale this? And so we thought we'd build a website. We had American Online, and there were websites that existed. It wasn't really a huge part of our life, but we said, okay, we'll build a website and make it accessible to other kids at other schools. So we went out to Barnes & Noble and we bought books. I think we bought Dummy's Guide to Building a Website and Idiot's Manual or whatever, I forget. I read one and my friend read the other. And we built our first website, and we sort of uploaded all the stuff we had written by hand to the website. Then we started emailing game companies and asking them if they'd send us their games for free, and we'd write reviews about them and write content and stuff about them. And game companies would do that. We were totally boggled. Our minds were blown that we were getting free stuff in the mail. We didn't have to pay for games. And then we'd create the guides and things like that. So ultimately, we were pretty successful with that. We ended up with, I guess, thousands of uniques a month, but back then it was something like 5 cents a view or something crazy like that. So I don't know, we were making hundreds of dollars, and we caught the attention of IGN, who was the sort of the number one publisher, content provider for the video game industry, big media conglomerate owned by News Corp. And they bought our little startup. I guess, we didn't think it was a startup. I'm for sure I didn't know the word startup meant. But we sort of did that, and we ended up working for IGN for maybe a year or so.
At this time, you're how old?
11. We were still 11. I mean, this all happened in a couple months.
God.
But we became columnists, I guess, for IGN, and so we would write reviews for games. Still, people were sending us free games. So that was still cool. We wrote for magazines and for their website.
Yeah.